Oh my god. Apparently Nordhagen Beach is under attack. I don't even remember where that one is. There it is. So hello everybody, welcome back to some Fallout 4. Let's take a quick pop over to Nordhagen Beach and listen to super mutants get absolutely obliterated. God, Super Mutant Primus? I don't even remember the hell that one is. Oh my god, just a bunch of them.
You're in for it now. Don't underestimate us again.
They were targeting somewhere else as well. Oh, some of them made it all the way over here. Alright, so that guy had a missile launcher. That could have been bad. Let's see. Let's just make sure. Still have 3 population. Yep, good. Well, that was interesting. Primus. Super Mutant Primus. A night vision triple-barreled missile launcher. Good God. Super Sledge. Silver Plate. Fusion Cell. Super Sledge laser rifle. A lot of fucking super mutants, man. But obviously all of my defenses held up. Tore them apart fairly well. Oops, I guess we're not inside the bounds yet. Let's do a quick check. That's damage. That's damage. Excuse me, Nick. It's damage. Not much of a surprise considering that we had that many fucking missile launchers coming in. And it looks like something else was damaged. Yeah, it looks like all of our missile launchers were damaged somehow. Well, 2 out of the 3 were damaged anyway. That one's good. That one's good. That one isn't. I don't like... I mean, I get that they just spawn super mutants, right? So it's not like... Okay, there's our guard, who obviously lives here. There's the kid. There's the mother. Oh, right, the guard is the dad, right? I mean, that's the guard. We're good then. Never mind. Alright. Now, anyway, back to what we were doing. But yeah, I don't really care for them spawning guys with fucking missile launchers to attack your bases. Like, especially little settlements like that. Like, that seems like overkill. What's up with this guy? Why aren't you walking around? There we go. Well, whatever. Alright, so... Oh, did I want to come in here? I probably didn't, did I? Yeah, I didn't mean, like, actually. And just kind of wanted them to start walking around again. So yeah, we're going to go over to the Wilson... Don't know what that noise was. Oh, there's still a gunner alive over here. Huh. So all... Get off the tree. So all that fighting and everything. And you never decided... I'm not going to loot the combat armor. I'll loot sturdy and that. I'm not going to bother with the regular stuff anymore. I haven't been equipping it on my guards anyway, so... But all that gunfiring, they did do it. But yeah, I don't really care for them spawning stuff like that because... It's very annoying that they can just roll up and be like, oh, Big Mac, apparently. That they can just roll up and fucking wipe out or like damage so many.
I don't think we're alone. Look who it is.
Oh, God, I'm taking a lot of damage here. Alright, Nick, hopefully you're doing something. This was one that I really should have probably came at a lot more sneakily. Alright, where's Nick?
What else you got?
And why is there fucking robots now? Is that our police bot? Probably, right? Be weird if there was just like another random one, although there was that random fucking servo bot there.
I think they flew the coop. What's that?
You fucking doing that to me. I have a feeling he's got like an incendiary one or something. Taking way too much damage and not dealing nearly enough to that Big Mac character.
Detection system must be on the trip.
So let's just get in here and get this fucker. Come on, now they came down to me. Oh wow, this place is not an inside location. That up again.
Good.
There we are. Alright, let's see what you fucking got here. Just a regular minigun. Well, that's actually not too much of a surprise. I don't know what was setting me on fire then, but whatever. Nothing good there, nothing good there. Alright. Man, I'm gonna have to go out and try and find all those super mutant bodies that were out there too that I was shooting up. Okay, got outside bit that we'll explore in a minute. But yeah, I wanted to stop by here. I'll pick up
As long as you're carrying it.
the complete Giddy Up Buttercups. I won't worry about all the random parts and that are around. They make for a really good scrap, but I'll pick up the... If I need it, I'll come back to get it. But I'll take the complete ones now, and then there's supposed to be a box of parts or something here for the guy back at the slog. He wanted a box of parts from here to fix the Giddy Up Buttercup he's working on. Even though I had a complete Giddy Up Buttercup, I do believe. I mean, probably didn't have it on me, but at the time, back at Sanctuary and my little decorations box there, I probably had a complete Giddy Up Buttercup.
No use, not without a card.
Okay, so I need to find an ID card first. Well, Big Mac didn't have it on him, so I can only assume that it's in like a locked room or something. Because I doubt... Oh, actually, soft shell I'll take. Because somehow I doubt that another random super mutant would have it. I mean, they had a named one here. He's going to be the one to carry it. Oh, there's a machete. I thought it was wanting me to pick up this set of ribs there. And I was like, that's not an item. Oh, it looks like we got some super mutant light body armor. Which... I think that's actually the better body armor, actually. Oh, and look, the Warlord actually, it was just a different... You had a named super mutant here, and you give the ID card to Warlord. Like, really? Like, why did the Warlord have it and not Big Mac? Like, come on. It's very weird. Where? There we go. I think this is, yeah. So I'm going to assume that Our box of parts is in here. Oh wait, there it is, toy parts. Turn to Arlen Glass. Oh, achievement! Mercenary. The hell's that for? Complete 50 miscellaneous objectives. Not an achievement I thought I was missing. I find it hard to believe that I've never done that before, but you know what? Whatever. Alright, so let's head over to the slog, which should be here. We'll give the parts to the guy. And actually, well, no, I guess not. I was going to say while we're here, we can give Strong the armor that we picked up. But, well, he's supposed to be out here protecting this place. I should probably put a switch on that, so that I can actually get in and out of here without having to go into build mode and just moving an entire wall, but, yeah. Hey, Strong, buddy.
Institute fighters. Strong go with human.
Now, I need to,
We need to swap some gear.
Strong can carry more than puny humans.
Uh-huh. I shall take your super mutant heavy armor. Yeah, look at that. The heavy armor is 10 and 5. The light armor is 12 and 10. It's just straight up better. Like, that's very weird. But whatever. There you go, Strong.
Strong hope we find milk of human kindness soon.
Oh, something's getting shit on out there.
Hey there.
You're back. Were you able to find those parts?
Yep.
I've got them right here.
You do? All right. Let me take a look. Yes. Yes. It's all here. It's really all here. You've more than earned your reward. Here. Here. Just like I promised. Now, I need to get back to work. Finally.
See, and I don't think that he
Let's
ever
see.
actually... I don't know this, because I don't think I've ever actually done that quest before. But I don't think that... Because I remember reading about it, and I don't think he ever actually
Why
finishes.
humans like Cap so much?
Like, I don't think he ever actually finishes building that up.
Tighten this.
Look. I got you some complete ones.
And over here.
Oh, put another one there. I don't really want to put 2 in there. That's a bit much. Like another one. Put another one in this corner. Oh, and then we'll have one here. Somebody can use, I guess, as a drink tray or something. I don't know. I'm not actually sure if these things are supposed to move or not. I mean, obviously they're not going to, like, game-wise, but, like, if they were, like, a moving toy. Alright, so I heard some explosions and gunfire, which means that something got shot, I think. I only have turrets in the front here, but that doesn't mean a whole lot. Anyway. There you go. That didn't take as long as I thought. I don't think I've ever been to that location before, so when I read that it was, you know, Atomatoy's factory, I was like, oh, so it's probably like a big one, you know, like all the other factories in the game. Small. Starting to feel less bad about including the defending the beach thing. Now, because I was going to just cut it out, but then I'm like, Anyway, we're going to the Coast Guard Pier to get another Eddie Winter holotape. Which, I know I've done this quest, like the Eddie Winter stuff. Which means I had to have came here and got this tape. I don't remember coming here and getting this tape. actually.
Not another way around, huh?
I mean, there might be. Doesn't matter. Okay, now it's just birds. I mean, I see a meat sack, and there goes a super mutant there. And I'm guessing that that's just some super mutant armor. Also, we apparently missed an aviator cap in the Automatoys factory for the suit for Strong, but oh well. I can quickly pop over there and grab it after we're done here, because I don't know where our next holotape will be anyway. Did I get it? I sure did. And some of those birds look really big. Now it still says caution, but that's not a surprise since considering I did just take 2 shots across the beach. There we go. Oh, and there's another guy. Oh, that's a suicider right there. Man, that bloody mess perk seems to proc a lot more than I thought it did. At least it seems to be for us. Although it could also just be the weapon I'm using. Because it does seem to happen a lot more with this gun than it does with like my rifle or anything. Okay, so the suicider was running that way. And I'm pretty sure they were still alerted to me when he was doing that, which means he should be. That's probably him right there. And considering killing him didn't raise my detection anymore, I'm going to go out on a limb and say he was the last one. He may not have been. I mean, 2 dogs. Wow, apparently he can't see me. Alright, back to him. But yeah, I don't remember this location at all. Hey, good, that was the suicide. That's pretty much the only thing I was worried about was, we never went and looted the other super mutants that I killed either.
Time to die!
Oh wow, these guys were super weak ones. Maybe it's just because we just had to fight, like, how many Primus super mutants to defend Nordhagen? But these guys seem kind of pathetic. And, you know, Big Mac and them. Meat. And we killed the guy in the tower. I think I remember everybody we killed. Anyway, looking for the holotape, which, despite this place being full of super mutants, is clearly going to be exactly where it was left. We can pick up a bunch of Coast Guard hats if we want to. Maybe when we get to the DLC, we'll do some Coast Guard dress-ups with them, with our villagers. But for the moment, we don't really have any. Do we have any Coast Guards? Oh, there's the holiday. I don't think we have. Oh no, we got a couple seaside ones.
Time to start thinking about a vacation. How does 6 weeks in Ireland sound to you? Dublin, Galway Bay, Waterford, maybe a week in that little bed and breakfast in Kilkenny. And don't worry, we don't have to take my cousin Stephen with us. Let him get out of the country on his own. I told him to threaten that cop, not blast him in the face with a shotgun. He can rot in that abandoned fishery down in Union Wharf for all I care. Love you. Eddie Winter, signing off.
Okay. Whiskey, vodka, a single bullet. Okay. 6 missiles. I mean, I guess they are the Coast Guard. I don't know what all they use for weaponry, the Coast Guard. I've only seen maybe like a couple of movies where the Coast Guard does anything. I mean, not that I've seen a lot of movies where they're there and useless. I feel like there isn't all that many movies that feature the Coast Guard. And I mean, I feel like most of the ones that do are generally like disaster movies, you know? Like, oh, good God, Finch Farm. Yeah, well, they can hold on a second. Remember, like, it's got to be quite a few parts ago now, where I said that because of the way the settlement attack system works, you can get really screwed with it because it'll just start chain dropping attacks on you. Yeah. Surprise! Happened in a video. Because they weren't smart enough to put a... Oh, there we go. Put a fucking cooldown on attacks. Further away. No, come on. There we go.
Sweet.
Astoundingly awesome tails. 5% damage with scoped weapons. Which is great, because that means our sniper.
Want me to take a crack at that terminal?
Nah, I got it, man. Storeroom. No. What about customs? Yeah, that could be.
Sweet.
Yay! Weird password for a evidence room door. Right? Customers, like, something that an evidence room definitely shouldn't have. I always forget that Valentine likes it when you hack stuff. Oh, look at all the bullets. Also, is this an evidence room, or this might just be their supply room? But yeah, the movies with, like, Coast Guards in them, I mean... Because I think San Andreas with The Rock, he was a Coast Guard guy, right? Like, that was... Maybe? I don't know. Possibly. But I want to say that the only one that comes to mind when I think of them, like, going after criminals and that, which is obviously a large part of the Coast Guard, I mean... It's Bad Boys 2, if I'm being honest. I mean, I can't really... That's the only one that comes to mind. And I mean, they shot, like, they had guns and everything, but they shot the boat to stop it, and that was it. But Connor smuggling logs. 53 Jangles dolls, knockoff. Removed by Biohazard Disposal Division. Good God, what the hell are they made out of? 108 wooden toy soldiers. I don't like the fact that, I mean, Jangles, in quotes, makes sense, because, I mean, it's like, oh, it's Jangles, but it's not actually. But wooden, in quotes, what were they made of? 15 packages of Tasty Lad snack cakes, donated to Helping Hands Food Bank. So you're telling me that these guys were smuggling in 2 things of toys that had to be removed by Biohazard Disposal, but the food that was being shipped with them got donated to the food bank? Good God, Fallout Universe is fucked. Holotape logs. Yeah, I'm sure one of the Natick Police, Commonwealth Coast Guard. Evidence safe. That should be out. Although it might be a different... Because Quincy PD, we already got that one. Holotape 4, in evidence lockup. Natick Police doesn't sound familiar. And then I think 9 is the one we just picked up. Doe trafficking logs. 120 units of injectable drugs stamped with sealed property of Chase R&D. Collected by Major Newton. Maloney unauthorized absence logs. Assignment papers for Miss Maloney dated then. Coast Guard evidence locker. 2 tickets for Big Bill and the Barn Burners. 1 photograph of William Big Bill Harrison and Miss Maloney. Okay. Right, homicide. 1 photograph set of victim at scene. 1 Coast Guard dress uniform severely waterlogged, recovered from Ensign Wright. 2 Coca-Cola caps recovered from Ensign Wright's ocular cavities. Okay, so somebody buried him at sea. But what the hell does unauthorized absence mean? Like, that's a crime? Like, I don't... quite understand what that is and why there would be evidence required for it. Like, I don't... That one I don't get at all, but whatever. Check out up here, and we'll check out the vertibird. Sometimes there's some stuff in it that it's worthwhile, but when you find like the random ones out and about, they usually have a suit of power armor, but since this one's next to a location, it might not. It probably doesn't, actually, since it's next to a location, but... Although we haven't really been going after the random ones. Oh, what is this? Military grade circuit board. I hate these little yellow ones, because they keep making me think there's a holotape there. Oh, it looks like we should be able to get in there. There's a first aid kit. Oh, look at that, I can. Got an empty whiskey bottle. Oh, look at that, the holding cell key. Well, we've already opened that. I'd rather not have it clogging up my inventory. Let's see, there's a boat there. Should we check out the boat? I mean, normally I would say no, because it's just going to be like nothing, but at the same time, they do have a line connected to it, which might draw your attention to it, and this is a Coast Guard dock. And that is not a far enough fall that I should have taken damage like that, but whatever. Oh, look at that, and there's the lockup password. So if you don't want to hack the terminal, you can do that as well. Alright. Finch Farm, right? These fucking dickheads. I hate going to Finch Farm too, because this one here likes to bug out a lot and just like... Because there's been a couple times where it's been attacked and I've shown up and just nothing is attacked.
What just happened?
That's Commonwealth justice for you.
There we go. Oh, what's this? Oh, well, yeah, let's get rid of that. Check, just to see, because with the missile launcher, some stuff may have got damaged. And with the stupid fucking robots, especially. Oh, that's not going to be good for them.
I'm gonna be...
So many missile launchers here. I love it. But no, it looks like we're good. Doesn't look like anything got damaged, which is a surprise. Last time this place got attacked, a bunch of these plants got damaged. But yeah, I fucking hate these, like the sentry bots that get sent in. 4 people, yeah, I think that's right. I think that's how many people were here. Let's see. Finding the bodies afterwards is also hard because so many of them die, especially here, without me actually like I did nothing here. I showed up. That's it. I was like, I'm here to help, and then missiles rain down like hellfire upon those who dared attack my settlement. You know. Yeah, and some of the bodies just seem to be gone entirely. But whatever. Okay. Now then, let's see. What location did we unlock or got marked? Because it did say that our map got updated. Probably this one. Natick Police Department. Alright, how long have we been going? Fuck it, let's go. None of these say cleared, which this probably doesn't mean a whole lot, but whatever. Just go to Natick, pick up another holotape.
Unless you're hounding for a green suntan, I suggest we get a move on.
Well, why is the fucking location? Like, why is the spawn point on top of a radioactive barrel? Like, come on. game, like a couple feet away from the radioactive barrel would have been nice. See, once again, this area of the map I don't explore very much. Like, I probably know the area around Sanctuary better than like that's probably an area where I know most of the locations around there. I know more or less what's in them. Like, I know around Sanctuary because I've started this game oh so many times. But actually finishing the game and like a lot of these longer quests and that, like some of these companion quests, like McCready's, I think I may have done once before. Nick's here, I've probably done maybe twice. Like, I always get Nick, obviously, because he's part of the main quest line. It's hard not to get. Like, you just have to specifically avoid doing the main quest line to not unlock him as companion. I guess you don't have to use him, but so like I always end up with Nick at some point, but I very rarely bother to do his quest just because it's such a pain in the ass to travel to all of these locations. And Natick Banks apparently unlocked a thing across the street as well. Oh, we got another, I don't know, I want to call it an outdoor location. I know it's not technically outdoors, but, you know, no loading screen location anyway. Basically, what I consider outdoors is if I don't have to go through a loading screen, it counts. See, there's some people inside that, what do you think? Drunk and disorderly, probably.
That's it.
Looks like a small little lake town, so I imagine that's most of the, at least,
Nice.
or most of what the cops deal with. Hey, overdue book.
Well, at least the Mirelurks won't be hurting for housing anymore.
I'll have tires floating out there too for some reason. Oh, there's the holotape. Holotape 4. Oh god, wrong way at the bottom. Let's see, how many are we missing? We're missing 1 and 8, it looks like.
Message to Claire Pazinski. Dinner tonight. Me, you, and Arthur Black. Reservations are for 7 at the Cornerstone Grill. Don't worry. I'll make sure Arthur's on his best behavior. No stabbing the waiter for a fucked up drink order, like what happened in Charlestown. Even though the prick deserved it. Love you.
Did the prick deserve it?
Eddie Winter, signing off.
He fucked up a drink order and got stabbed, eh? Oh, evidence terminal. See, we're looking for number, what was it, 1 and 8? Ooh, 4 and 9. Already got those ones. Mitchell public intoxication. 1 key, recovered from gully with remains of tractor. Got drunk and drove his tractor off the cliff. Alright. Reed breaking and entering. 1 tire iron recovered from scene. No prints found. 1 bag containing shattered glass recovered from home exterior. 1 set of fingerprints lifted from Mr. Reed's safe. Print set match those in file. Reed fraud. Alright, well. Alright, so that... Oh, fuck off. That's unfortunate that we're missing tapes 1 and 8. And apparently none of the police stations we've been to have records of where they are. That is... What is this? That is very, very unfortunate. Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure, anyway, that we checked the computers at... Oh, there's another one. In, every one of the stations and that we've been to. I mean... Well, that was a big explosion. Maybe. Sounded like a big explosion. Screen shook and everything. Alright, well, we also unlocked or whatever. Right, so let's see if there's anything worthwhile there. Okay, hang on. I think I misspelled something here. I did. Natick Banks. Which I'm assuming is just basically this whole little town. Or, well, Natick might be the name of like the little lake that we're next to, right? And like, you know, this is the banks of the Natick. No, it doesn't look like there's anything. I don't know why I backed up. I should have just kept going forward. I keep doing that too. It starts to beep and then I back up like I'm not going to be walking directly on top of what was beeping. Hello? I mean, I see that super mutants should be here. God, like a lot of super mutants in this part. But I see that there was some, at least some settlers here. This looks like a raider. Okay, and we're burying the ghoul. Interesting. Oh. You'd think that if they're gonna have like the whole burying the ghoul thing, they would have put a name on it. Just to be like, oh, she turned, and then I also don't know why. I guess it was wearing a dress, ish, like one of those like old lady nightgowns.
Yes.
So you could be like, oh no, she turned, and they, you know, she had to be killed because she turned feral, and now they're giving her the proper burial anyway. And it's like, oh, that's not Nick, you prick. And it's like, oh, that's nice, but nope, just Barrel Ghoul in a box. Because why not? Well, nothing really in the church. Where is everything? I mean, clearly this isn't a location that... Oh, that could be why. I guess the Deathclaw cleared everyone out. Ooh, a VATS enhanced. 25%. Ooh, that's actually really good. I mean, fully upgraded, it's not going to do as much damage as this gun. But I mean, with the VATS enhanced on it, I'm maybe looking at a switch here. But that does explain why there's nobody else around. Because despite how easy I made that look, Deathclaws are known to wipe out entire settlements. And I mean, that's why they give you the power armor to fight the first one. And even then, to be fair, they give you that power armor and a minigun.
Fight forever.
Where the fuck have you been? What the hell?
Nothing. I hear something.
What the fuck? Where did these two come from? Graveyard out here. I guess that makes sense. We are next to a church. Like, where did they come from and why? I mean, like, we had the whole Deathclaw fight. Not that it took very long. But, like, I don't... Whatever. I don't know where the hell they came from. They should have shown up while I was running around before the Deathclaw. They should have shown up during the Deathclaw fight, since, you know, I was firing a gun and the Deathclaw was doing its scream thing there, which would have clearly got their attention. I mean... And for some reason there were 4 ball on this table. Oh, there's also a chest up there. Oh, I don't care.
Damn. You see any more?
The hell? It blew up. Was there a super mutant body next to it or something? What is this? Coffee. Coffee shop. Looks like a nice little town. You're very basic, like lakeside, seaside town, you know. Vault Tech lunchbox, and we win a quantum. That's good. I'll take that. And nothing worth mentioning. Alright. So I think we will. Does that say attorney? Sure does. So I think we'll call it there then. Don't want to see that. Cause yeah, I mean we'll call it there before we start the next part, or before I start recording the next part. I will. So got a bookstore. Oh, another overdue book. That makes sense. This is a bookstore. I'll look up where the last two Eddie Winter tapes are. We'll talk to Nick here in a second as well on the off chance, because I don't remember. Actually, you know what? I think I looked it up. Does Nick give you a tape as well, maybe? So that could be where one of them is. But I can't remember if it marks all the locations on your map or not. I know that at the very least when he gives you the quest, at the very least it marks some locations. I just don't remember if it marks all the locations or not. But I know for a fact that it marks at the very least one or two locations. The hell was that noise now? And apparently a lot of shit happens around here. Alright, Nick.
Hey.
Go ahead. Do something for you?
No, I guess not.
Your thoughts?
I've been told they've...
Oh, nothing.
Suit yourself.
Alright. Yeah, I may also look up to see how to trigger his quest. But either way, that'll be it for this part. How's my inventory looking actually, weight-wise? Ah, beautiful. Don't even need to empty it. So yeah, that'll be it for this part then. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you on Wednesday for more.